Hey, what's up everyone? Sean here, and today in this episode we're going to be finally looking at the new V-triggers that have been teased very recently from Capcom for Street Fighter V Arcade Edition, and we're actually going to look at the new costumes that have been recently revealed as well, and those are some pretty cool costumes from what I've seen already, so we'll get to that later. But first, we're going to break down the V triggers in this video, and hopefully we can provide some input for pretty much each of them. But I've already seen these, and I don't know why I have my headphones on. And let's see. All right, so you have Zeku's right here. Gains a new move, seems like, where he changes to the younger version of himself. And in Ryu's, it appears to be some sort of counter, or he might have parried or something into the new V trigger, but or it can actually be his new V trigger altogether, because he activates it. You can see his activation, and then he counters Urien, and then he does a punch. It puts him in the crumble state, and then you can do whatever you want, like that, for example. I don't know if it also powers him up by any means. Maybe it should, in my opinion, but we'll have to see about that. And we don't even know what the V skill comes with that. It could be just a parry still, or we don't know. We really don't know. It could be a lot of things for Ryu, for all we know. But yeah, Zeku's is just another move, it seems like, just to kind of extend some stuff, or perhaps start something. Not too sure, but people will find out once all this comes out. But Bison's here. Pretty cool, because he has the Psycho Crusher. The Psycho Crusher is back, pretty much. Seems like it's maybe a finisher, but I have no idea. I'm thinking that the Psycho Crusher is probably the new V skill that'll come with the V skill 2 or whatever. But I'm not too sure. It could be all in this same V trigger. You know, maybe it'll finish with the Psycho Crusher or something. Or it could be just like a new move, just like some other ones as well. Yeah, so once like you put the like some sort of like psycho mind bomb or whatever, and then you could blow their mind literally, it'll automatically like go into a Psycho Crusher. We don't know. It could be a V skill for all we know. That'd be really weird, since the Psycho Crusher has always been a charge move, which you have to, you know, hold back 2 seconds and hit the punch or whatever. But if that's a V skill, then you can just potentially spam it all you want. But I'm not gonna hold my breath on that. Not on that guess, and I'll assume it's just gonna be a finisher of some kind for the new V skill. And then here, that could be a V, just part of his V trigger as well for Nash, but it's saying combo extenders, so it could mean that we'll see some cooler stuff altogether, like whether you have a V trigger on or not. So maybe potentially new combos are on the horizon, which all I'm open for to see, especially during the competitive side, like, you know, the tournaments and all that stuff. That'd be a lot more exciting to see than already. And in Ed's seems like it's just, yeah, like a combo extender. Looks like you just unlimitedly like unleash all the psycho powers for Ed, like in succession. and then, you know, finish it with a whatever combo you want. And then this is definitely a new V trigger. You do like something new like that with the Deshko. Yeah, and seems like yeah, you could activate these V triggers to counter them and somehow, and then you can just gain new moves during these V triggers. Hopefully these V triggers last longer, or even like last the entire round, just like Necalli's, because I feel like Necalli's V trigger is like really good. You know, it changes him into like a sort of a different character altogether, because, you know, it's unlimited. You know, it lasts for the entire round. So I feel like hopefully these V triggers last for the entire round, if not a lot longer. Like it'll go down very slowly or something. Well, so we'll have to see about that. Not all of them, but you know, some transformation, quote unquote, V triggers. Hopefully they'll have that same effect, but we'll see about that. And Ibuki gains a new move during the V trigger. Throws out big old shuriken for like mix up or combo potential or something like that. And then yeah, and then she gains another new move as well, shooting out her orbs like that, which is pretty neat. And Guile definitely gains some new moves now that, you know, he has the sonic boom stuff on his feet rather than his hands. It's kind of neat. Like that, for example, which is really cool. Gains the double somersault move, like you see from previous games. Kind of neat to tie it in. And then lastly, we have Ken's Shinryuken, which is like one of his signature moves. He finally makes a return into the game for Arcade Edition anyway. We've seen it in the story mode. He did it on some bad guys and stuff like that when he was surrounded in during that whole scene in Brazil when they happened to meet up with Laura and Sean as well. Yeah, pretty cool. I feel like some a good number of these V triggers though are just another ultra, you know. They're just different kinds of ultras, just like from Street Fighter 4. They're like these revenge moves, or, you know, moves that you gain just by getting hit or using your V skills or whatever. But nonetheless, they feel like they're sort of like ultras to me, which is sort of fine. But I feel like at the same time it's kind of cheap. They're like they were saying from the beginning of Street Fighter 5, like, oh, they're trying, you know, always trying to, you know, be innovative and stuff like that with these V skills. But I don't know, it just feels not too innovative in my opinion. Maybe a little bit, but to me, it's kind of tacked on and made Street Fighter 5 not as exciting as, you know, a lot of people hope that to be. But hopefully Arcade Edition will help that with these new V triggers and new stuff, new things that we'll see. You know, this is the hopefully these combo extenders are universal throughout, you know, everyone, giving, you know, people more potential and stuff like that. New mixes, that's probably the V triggers and stuff like that. But yeah, especially with the big ass shuriken that Ibuki throws out, you know, pretty cool. But of course, they haven't shown that to every showed off every character. There's still a number missing, like Balrog, Vega, and Urien. Of course, my boy Alex. Really can't wait to see what Alex can do with the new V trigger. I think, yeah, Karen was another one missing. Chun-Li is another one missing as well. So there's still a number of characters that are missing with the new V triggers. But I'm pretty sure they'll show them in the second teaser later on to, you know, wrap things up. And yeah, so for right now, these V triggers overall are pretty promising. They look pretty exciting. Maybe just because it's new. Once, you know, maybe we actually start using them and stuff like that, we'll see if they're actually fun to use or, you know, worth keeping or not. You know, they'll have the option of V trigger 1 or 2, and hopefully both of them are balanced, so that way, you know, you have reasons to pick one or the other, or they have equal, you know, equal uses, so that way, you know, you don't always use V trigger 1 over 2 or 2 over 1 or something like that. I mean, I know it's all preference and stuff like that, but hopefully, you know, not everyone will pick just 2 over 1, or everyone pick still 1 over 2 because 2 sucks bad or something. We'll see about that. We'll see how the meta goes, how it evolves or changes or adapts around this whole arcade edition, you know, changes and stuff like that. It's all the more exciting. I definitely can't wait for Street Fighter 5. I actually want to, you know, get back into it and hopefully, you know, find it fun. You know, I really want to, you know, see the new things that are going to be out for arcade edition. So so yeah, that's pretty much it for the excuse me. That'll be it, pretty much it for the V-Trigger portions of it. They're pretty cool. They are kind of like glorified like ultras in a way, but let me bring this over here now to here. I'll check out that message later. Shoot. All right, so we can go to event hubs. Let's just try that. Oh yeah, we're seeing all these, you know, teasers for Sakura and stuff like that, but we'll get to that as well. I do want to mention about that as well. Oh yes, there we go. We got the costumes right here. All right, so now we have the costumes up, and we're gonna definitely talk each of them one by one. And we have Alex right here, finally with another costume, and this time around it's the Christmas costume. Now, you know, I do like my boy Alex, and this does look pretty neat, but I actually won't go out my way to get this costume just because I'm pretty happy with the nostalgia costume already. So I think at this point, there's got to be a costume that would really, you know, sell me, and this is not enough, sadly. But it is pretty funny. It looks neat for a Christmas costume for Alex. So overall, yeah, I mean, and also kind of an interesting note, you don't see the headband anymore, so you kind of see pretty much his face without the headband, and you kind of get to see his face in greater detail, what it looks like overall, and it seems like it's all right. It's okay, but you know, of course, I do prefer him with the headband on. I do like the characters with headbands. They always look cool for the most part, and yeah. So overall, Christmas costume for Alex, it's kind of neat, but I won't go on my way to buy it individually at least. So next up we have that looks like Cammy here with another costume, and yeah, I do notice the cat ears fitting, that, you know, Cammy kind of fits with the cat, and also in fact that she's kind of fond with cats as well. You see she got some like fur trimmings or whatever for boots, and also for trimmings along with that, and yeah, overall it's a pretty standard holiday costume. It's actually not too skimpy for Cammy. She's just showing off her legs and arms. That's about it. Nothing on, you know, in the chest department or anything like that. Just, you know, has a shirt over it, and yeah, and overall it's okay, I guess. I mean, not that I play Cammy by any means, but I don't know about the long hat though, with the tail and all. And maybe it's supposed to like represent the cat's tail or something, but not really digging that too much. Maybe it's a little too long. Although, yeah, also she does have long hair, so that might be, you know, part of the whole, like, kind of that skin, so that way you'll see it like moving around and stuff like that. You won't see any weird oddities in case the hat is shorter or whatever. It's just like a little like modeling thing, so I kind of understand why they did it. So yeah, let's just go to the next one. I think we have the Ice Queen for Colleen. This is a little more neat. It is a little more creative, I think. It is fitting for Colleen, so or AKA Helen if you want to go by that name. But Colleen, it is appropriate for her. She kind of reminds you, kind of gives you off like a Game of Thrones kind of vibe with the crown, which is it is kind of neat, I guess, for perhaps for people who watch Game of Thrones still. Yeah, but I do like the blue, very nice, blue tone. You got a bit of a gradient going on there with some snowy kind of effect going on as well. It actually kind of looks like a night sky as well, so pretty cool. Showing off her long blonde hair, and her face is a little more open. So yeah, it's kind of a nice costume overall. Shows off a little bit more of her features a bit, but pretty conservative as well. Pretty much nothing showing except for her face, and yeah, that's about it. Pretty appropriate costume for Colleen. Got the crown and everything, and I think it's all right for her. I think we have one more now for the holiday costume pack, and of course, Minot is getting that love, and she's becoming more and more of of everyone's favorite female character. Her movement, her cat-like stuff, and her proportions, her design. I dig her design. It's pretty neat. I think it's pretty unique and familiar at the same time, which is all the more I guess nice for Minot. She does have the cat ears for the hoodie, but I do like hoodies, so that she got a little hoodie on her costume, which is cool. I think this is really cool. It's a really nice, like, deep red. Got tail going on, cat paws even. So it's not it's not super over the top. I mean, it kind of is with the cat stuff, but it does look cool at the same time. Actually, colors, the overall design. I do like the ribbon and stuff like how. Oh, and I do like how the the chest part kind of like crosses together and stuff like that. I do like the gold parts as well. So pretty cool. And yeah, she's showing off her legs. One of her prominent features, especially with the other costume with all the bandages and stuff like that. Kind of familiar, similar with Melina's costume from Mortal Kombat. So, but yeah, this costume is pretty cool overall. Oh, and it even has like a star as her orb, which is really cool. See, I like those kind of things about costumes. Like it'll change the weapons as well sometimes, and the orb is definitely taking effect very nicely. So I do like that little bit of detail right there. So yeah, Bernard's costume pretty cool, pretty damn cool. But I'm not sure I'm going to play Bernard, so I'm definitely not going to get this costume immediately when I pick up Street Fighter 5, and perhaps hopefully it'll unlock her with the fight money and stuff like that. But we'll see about that. So next up, we have the nostalgia costumes that also been announced along with the holiday costumes. And I'm starting off with Birdie. I do definitely want to talk about this one because Birdie looked really cool back in the alpha days with his stomach actually flat. He's got very defined abs and stuff like that. He's just muscular. He looked pretty cool. He looked really unique with the mohawk and everything. He even has the hole in there, which is really cool, kind of like emulating like a blade of some kind. He's got the the colors they've come back as well. I kind of always associate with him with the black color, but I do like the deep blue, like the very navy blue. A lot of detail on the lines and stuff like that, the stitching on his jeans and stuff like that. Kind of gave off that nice denim detail. But overall, like I do like the black chains, his gloves, and it just looks pretty sick overall. And I think he has sunglasses right there, which is I don't remember if he did have those in alpha, but I guess it works. He is British, so I guess they're like kind of making some reference to John Lennon or something. I'm not too sure. Maybe I'm looking into that a little too deep, but overall, yeah, it's a very nice costume. You have the option of making Birdie back to the slimmer days instead of being fat. I'm pretty sure he's still gonna take out the donut, the baked donut from his ass. But yeah, at least you have Birdie with the nice abs and all that stuff. Now you have the option. Either you pick the chubby Birdie, or muscular prime alpha Birdie. So which is really cool. Oh yeah, and then he's got the little even the pointy boots in there. So pretty neat. I think it's a really good move from Capcom to bring that costume to Birdie. So funny enough, yeah, we did talk about that. Myself and Quiet talked about that off the side, about hopefully Birdie will get some kind of costume to kind of help him shave off some weight. And there you go, pretty cool. All right, so next up we have Balrog back in his classic costume, and it's pretty cool. I think it's well done. The shading and everything, it's definitely giving off that nice effect. It is giving modeled nicely. It'll blend in with all the lighting and stuff like that. It seems like for all the other stages, I feel like some of those nostalgic costumes don't really do that. Like Ken's, for example, I don't know. It's just something about Ken's nostalgic costume not doing that for me. So it doesn't look as well put together, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe it's the shape of his body that goes with the costume, or the actual color or something. I don't know. Something about it is seems pretty off for that costume. But I mean, it's not the worst looking costume. It's like pretty decent, but it is a little off. It could be a little better if hopefully if they've improved it, it'll look a lot better in my opinion. But we're talking about Balrog here, and Balrog just definitely looks good in that classic costume. And his gloves even have his nickname on there, the Crazy Buffalo. Pretty cool. I do like the graffiti, like little letter Crazy. I wonder if I can zoom that in there. Let's see. Let's do that from here. Yes, we can. Oh, all right. That's like probably far as we can go there. So yeah, we got nice graffiti, like urban font for Crazy, and the buffalo right there, pretty appropriate. So yeah, overall, and of course his hair is nicely put together. It's definitely classic Balrog in Street Fighter V. So very well put together overall. I do like that. So, alright, next up we have, of course, another costume for Chun-Li, and it is the costume from, I believe, the Alpha series, which is definitely one of my favorites. It does look cool. It gives off a slimmer look to her. Kind of losing the poofy, like, Chinese outfit that she does have usually. I do like the gloves on it. I do like the blue, the yellow lining and stuff like that. And, of course, it kind of shows off her figure a little more, and of course she had this costume from Street Fighter 4 as well, and now it's over here in Street Fighter 5. It's like a favorite costume, I guess, for a lot of the Chun-Li fans anyway, if not just Street Fighter fans altogether. I mean, I think it looks cool personally. It's a very slimming fit for her. Kind of shows off a different side of her, I guess, in shape wise. So she doesn't have the poofy shoulders or anything like that. She does can show off her arms and stuff like that. And just looks more, I guess, athletic, if that makes sense. And yeah, the shoes definitely kind of like give off that athletic vibe as well. And kind of look like Adidas or New Balance or however you want to view them as. So pretty cool costume. It's definitely well done, well rendered. So now you have a real costume for Chun-Li. That's that costume from Alpha. And now, speaking of Alpha, we have another Alpha costume. This time for Karin or Karen. She has her bicycle shorts back in there, showing off her legs, and of course she has the black socks, the red boots as well. And she has, of course, the midriff showing off now. And she has the classic red uniform that she has as well. So now she's a little more, or let's say, a little less conservative and a little more open, like a little more liberal, showing off more of her skin, especially with the short sleeves, her legs, midriff, a little more open. It's like a classic thing for from the Alpha series for Karen. I mean, that's how she initially looked anyway, and I think it's okay. I think it's a pretty well enough put together costume. I feel like the bright red kind of is a little off in a way because the shading is not as doesn't look as dynamic, but it could just be the screenshot or something. I don't know. We'll obviously with other stages how it reacts with the lighting and stuff like that. But you know, it's like such a bold red. There's when I first saw this, and it kind of looked off, especially when you kind of zoom out if you can. You know, especially you're gonna look at it from a more far away view, not all close and stuff like that, like in these screenshots. So we'll definitely have to see how these costumes look when they actually, in that usual like view and stuff like that when you're actually fighting. And I think also her hair changes as well. Her curls seem to be more loose, but I could be wrong. I could be crazy. Yeah, I think it might change the look of her curls a bit, but we'll see about that. And maybe the bow might be a little different as well. I'm a little curious about that, but we'll there's a couple of costumes, including this one. I do want to talk about this one as well. Yeah, so this is another costume for Chun-Li, and yeah, she has yet another costume. It kind of looks cool. It's definitely more on the skimpy side. It's showing off a lot of her side, including her legs, and yeah, it's basically, I don't know, like a hardened version of her original costumes. That makes sense. She does have the loincloth, but she has armor or like shin guards on her legs. I don't know what's going on there. She even has like shoes, and the textures look very odd. You see like some jaggies if you look closely. Let's just zoom in this way. Yeah, so you can like see a lot of the jaggies like right here in comparison to the other costumes. Even like these triangles right here look really odd. And yeah, especially like if you compare these squares to this triangle, look how clean this line is, or this rectangular shape is, comparing to these triangles that are on her shin guards, and even like the stuff that's on her shoes. Really odd. And also, yeah, her thigh highs or whatever are kind of giving off that similar look to it as well. Even like some of the gold lacing seems like giving off the jaggies as well. It seems to be still in the works. I think it could be the screenshot. It could be an earlier rendering of the costume. Maybe we'll see something a little more refined. But for right here, seems like it's yeah, like a little unfinished. But the idea is there. I guess it's so kind of cool. I mean, the shin guard's a little different. Her gloves look cool. I do like the blue and black combination. Up here seems alright. Her hair is a little different. It's more black. Usually it's a more brownish, darker brown, if that. And yeah, she got the buns in there, just like her other costume. So yeah, pretty different. It's designed by Akimen, so it's kind of neat at the same time. And now we have yet another costume for Chun-Li. I don't know why they did this, but Chun-Li is just getting all the costumes. I have no idea why. But yeah, she's obviously dressed up as in her more of a like a tactical like police uniform. She's ready to like break into someone's house and make that arrest or whatever. She has like some pockets, holsters, and stuff like that. She's got some armor on, some padding, heavy duty boots, knee pads, thigh guards, even, and got to show off the midriff, of course, vest, Elbow padding, some padding right here. She has a bunch. That's really pretty cool, and she has like black hair once again, which is kind of neat, I guess. She even has like goggles over her head, so that's kind of cool. So overall, I mean, for Chun-Li fans, I think it is a pretty cool looking costume, but I'm not really a Chun-Li player myself, so I'll leave it at that. Let's just say, and look at here. If you look at this one, this is a lot more developed of a costume because you don't really see the Jaggies on the police, part like this portion, which is really surprising. I mean, or not surprising, which is really odd. I would say. Not much Jaggies going on here, if not at all. Pretty smooth, and it's like well rendered comparing to the previous costume. So hopefully that costume will get a finalization, and the rendering will be good on that costume. So otherwise they'll kind of come out as like a PC mod that someone did or someone attempted and stuff like that. That would kind of give up that kind of look. But at least here it seems finished, so that's pretty cool, I guess. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the costumes, I believe. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the costumes. And look at the pricing here. Okay, so $40 as always for each costume. And let's see, there's also a Christmas pack which contains each of last year's Christmas costumes and the Frosty Boulevard stage for 50% off its original price. Now, $9.99, so $10 for the Christmas pack anyway. These costumes can also be bought separately for a discounted 300 yen, while Frosty Boulevard is available for 200 yen. Though the fight money price of 70,000 remains unchanged. Okay, so that's kind of weird. It should be like cut in half, just like the real pricing. So really, they're a little scummy about that. They are still kind of pushing you to buy these costumes with real money, which is kind of unfortunate. I just read that the police costume is also designed by Hawke. Hawke seems to be pretty good with these costumes this time around as well for Street Fighter V anyway. But yeah. Hopefully we see more of Hawke's costumes for the other characters. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I do want to talk about one more thing, which is also. This is rather a leak more than anything, but yeah. If we look at this article here from Event Hubs, they dropped a pretty openly subtle hint after, what was it, Red Bull Battlegrounds? With these pink confetti, which is supposed to be like Sakura petals. So, gee, I wonder who they're hinting for which character, right? Pretty hard, right? Yeah, especially with this big old petal of of a confetti. I wonder who could they be hinting towards. But yeah, anyways, I think they're definitely hinting towards the one and only Sakura. Yeah, this is also like an anime little video or eye catcher that they did for these finals, right? Or for the Capcom Cup finals that are coming up pretty soon. We're not too far away from that now. And yeah, this time around they put these Sakura petals and stuff like that, I think. So yeah, it's really pushing that the fact that one of these characters for season 3 DLC is going to be none other than Sakura. Other people are also hoping for Sagat, the king, to return, and hopefully, some other familiar characters, but people have been saying it's Q. I forget other characters who were included in the leak. I think Necro was part of that too. Q. So that's 2. Sakura, Sagat, and 2 more characters. Can't name them on top of my head, but nonetheless, yeah, right here at least it's really pushing. Seems like to be Sakura for one of them anyway. So, I do like Sakura. She's like actually my favorite female character of all time for Street Fighter anyway. She's like, you know, she has a pretty cool look to her. I do like how she's designed overall. Got that short hair, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, hopefully Sakura makes it back in there. Hopefully her gameplay is fun enough at least, and really excited to see what her 2 V triggers are right off the start, right? So a little more exciting to see for Sakura, and all the other characters are coming into for the Season 3 DLC. And I'm pretty damn sure they're all going to be veterans returning to this game. So yeah, hopefully we see that soon. Capcom Cup is coming up soon, so we can wait till then. And yeah, that's pretty much it for right now, for all the updates that are Street Fighter 5 for right now. We have the new V triggers, or some of the new V trigger 2s teased in a trailer. New costumes yet again with Christmas, and some of the nostalgia costumes, and 2 new ones for Chun-Li once again. Chun-Li is getting all the costumes, and now we're getting these hints that it's Sakura for Season 3 and stuff like that. Yeah. Hopefully, I want to see Sagat returning as well. I do want to see Q. I want to see a lot of the, you know, these characters from Street Fighter 3 and all other games to make it in there as well. I do want to see that Street Fighter 5 makeover on those guys or on those characters, and I would love to see that. You know, really excited if that happens at all. I'm pretty sure Sakura is gonna make it in there just from his big old hint, and hopefully Sagat's in there as well. He is, I believe, in some of the screenshots for the story mode or something like that. So yeah, it's like seems like it's more set in stone, but let's not hold our breath on Sagat anyway. So, but yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it. I think, you know, it is all the more exciting for me for Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition and Season 3 as well. Really can't wait. I definitely want to get back in there, and I know I've been saying that, but I want to get back in there. I want to play it, play all the new stuff, and see what it all, you know, how it all changes the meta and stuff like that, especially the tournaments. So yeah, that's definitely it for me for all this stuff that's been dumped on for Street Fighter 5. If you guys have any comments on all the stuff that I mentioned about, leave it down in the comment section below. Love to read them. What are your thoughts on these? Are you guys excited for all this new stuff? And what you guys think about the new V trigger and stuff like that? Leave all those thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check out all the links in the description box below, including my Twitter, Twitch, Loot Crate stuff, and all that other things. If you want to check them out, in the link description box below. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in for this video. That's been all the new stuff for Street Fighter 5 so far. Really can't wait, especially for till Capcom Cup. So until then, I'll definitely probably most likely talk about the new stuff that's after. Until then, see y'all later. Sean out.